Hello students, good day to all. It's Yusuf sir again with the next video of geometry, that is triangles chapter. In this chapter we are going to learn about the different types of triangles and its properties, and we are going to learn about the congruence of triangles and the criteria related to congruence of triangles. Okay, let us begin the chapter. So let us begin with the definition of the triangles. Triangle, it is a closed figure which has three sides, three angles, three vertices. Such figures you call it as a triangles. Okay, let us differentiate the triangles in types. So these triangles are classified into on the basis of sides as well as on the basis of angles. So these three types are on the basis of sides. First is equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle, it is a triangle in which all the sides are equal. So here AB, it is equal to BC, it is equal to AC, means all the sides are equal. Whereas isosceles triangle, where only two sides of a triangle are equal, for example AB is equal to AC here, but it is not equal to BC. Such triangles you call it as a isosceles triangles. What about scalene triangle? Scalene triangle, it is a triangle in which none of the side is equal to one another, means all the sides are different. For example, if you can see the image over there, one it is of 8 centimeter, one it is of 4 centimeter, and one side it is of 12 centimeter. That means we can say that all the sides are different. Okay, so these are based on the sides. Let us go for the classification based on the angles. Now these equilateral triangles, again they are classified into, just you can see that these the triangles which were classified on the basis of sides, we can see the difference is what we can see in the angles as well. What we can see that in equilateral triangles we are going to see that all the angles are equal over there. Okay, so just see that all the angles are equal to 60 degree in a equilateral triangle. What about isosceles triangle? In isosceles triangle, the angle opposite to the equal sides, they are equal. Just observe this angle and this angle, they are equal over there, means two angles are equal in the isosceles triangle. Whereas in scalene triangle, all the angles are different. Okay, so this is the difference over there. Okay, so next angle which is based on the this next triangle which is based on the angle, it is right angle triangle. Means if in a triangle one angle, if it is equal to 90 degree, then we call it as a right angle triangle. Okay, so what about acute angle triangle? In acute angle triangle, if all the angles are less than 90 degree, then it is called as acute angle triangle. What about obtuse angle triangle? In obtuse angle triangle, if one angle is greater than 90 degree, if one angle is greater than 90 degree, then you call it as a obtuse angle triangle. These are the what you call classification based on sides and angles. Now let's go for the altitude of a triangle. Okay, now first let us decide what is altitude of a triangle. So I will define it for you. So perpendicular line segment from a vertex to its opposite side is called altitude of a triangle. Altitude in the sense height of the triangle, you can also say that one. Okay, so now here you can observe that a perpendicular is drawn from a vertex B here to the opposite side. Which is the opposite side for a vertex B here? AC is the opposite side. Okay, now we are drawing a perpendicular from that vertex to the opposite side. That perpendicular whatever you are drawing means at 90 degrees, that it is called as altitude of that triangle. Similarly, for a vertex A also, you can draw a perpendicular from vertex A that should be perpendicular, means 90 degrees. Okay, that will be called as altitude of from vertex A. Okay, similarly from vertex C also you are going to, now you are going to see that their height will differ from vertex to vertex. Okay, so the perpendicular which can be drawn from vertex C, that will be called as altitude of that triangle. Okay, so this is all about altitude, means altitude is always taken at 90 degrees. You have to remember this one. Okay, so now let's go for exterior of an angle of a triangle. Now this we have studied in lines and angles also. We have proved one theorem. Okay, So exterior angle, it is equal to the sum of two interior angles. Here also you can see that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its two interior opposite angles. Now that's what we know, that all the sum a plus b plus c, it is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so if I write a plus b, it is equal to 180 minus c, it will be. Okay, similarly, now what about this c plus d, it is equal to again 180 degree. Why? Linear pair. So again if I take d, it is equal to again 180 minus c, it will be, right? 180 minus c, if you just observe, this is also 180 minus c and this is also 180 minus c, then we can say that a plus b, it is equal to d. That's what we are going to prove. That's what we have said, that d, it is equal to a plus b. Okay, this is how that exterior angle, it is equal to sum of two interior angles. Okay, so this is all about exterior angles. Now let us define what is congruence of a triangle. Okay, so let us take two triangles here, triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, such that corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are equal. Now which are the corresponding angles and sides over here? Just observe triangle ABC over here. So in triangle ABC, you can see that corresponding angle for what angle A, it is angle X here. For angle B, it is angle Y here, and for angle C, angle Z we have got here. What about sides here? For AB side, we have got XY side here. For BC side, we have got YZ side, and as well as for AC side, we have got corresponding side XZ side. Okay, now these are the corresponding sides. If they are equal, if corresponding angle and corresponding sides of a triangle are equal, then such figures you call it as congruent triangles. Okay, such triangles you call it as a congruence triangle. So if two triangles are congruent, if all the sides and the angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. So we have observed that angle A was equal to angle X, angle B was equal to angle Y, and angle C was equal to angle Z, as well as AB was equal to XY, BC was equal to YZ, and AC was equal to XZ. Such figures we call it as a congruent figures. Okay, so this is all about congruence of triangles. Okay, now that means that A is corresponding to X. That's what we have discussed. Now if such thing happens, now you are going to call it as corresponding part of a congruent triangle. You have to remember this one. Okay, so you are going to remember this one, CPCT. What is the CPCT? Corresponding part of a congruent triangle. While proving the theorems or while proving the answers or while finding out the solutions, you are going to use this CPCT term. What is this? Corresponding part of a congruent triangles. Remember this, corresponding part of a congruent triangles are always equal. Corresponding part may be an angle or a side. You can say any of these, or it may be an angle or it may be a side. So you are going to write CPCT when they are equal. Okay, when they are congruent. Okay, corresponding parts means corresponding sides or corresponding angles. Okay, now let's go for the next bit. Now what are the criteria for congruence of two triangles? Okay, so these one by one we have given it here. First it is SAS, side angle side congruence rule. So let us go one by one. Okay, first we'll go for SAS congruence, that is side angle side. Now what does this mean? So two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of other triangle. Now let us see the example over here. Now just observe here. Just see, now here in triangle ABC and PQR, we can see that AC is equal to PR and BC is equal to QR. Now the angle included by these sides, it is also equal, means included by these two sides, it is between the two sides, right? So that angle is also equal. So in this case you are going to use SAS congruence rule. If such thing happens, means AC is equal to PR here and BC it is equal to QR, and the angle which is been included by these two sides, that is angle C. right? Here in ABC, AC and BC is in what you call forms an angle C over there, means the angle C is included by AC and BC. Similarly, the angle R is included by PR and QR, so that angle is equal to angle C. Okay, now if you just observe over there, AC is also equal to PR and angle C is equal to angle R and BC it is equal to QR, means side angle side rule over here. Okay, means therefore by SAS congruence rule you can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, this is all about SAS congruence rule. So I'll go back once again. So next it is ASA rule. So what is that ASA rule? The A stands for angle over here, S stands for side. Okay, now ASA means angle side angle congruence rule. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of other triangle. Now let us go over there. Now let us go for the ASA rule. Now just observe the diagram over there. Here also we are having ABC triangle as well as DEF triangle we have taken here. Okay, so if you just observe, angle A is equal to angle D. Here they have given angle BAC is equal to angle EDF. We have got one. Okay, and one more thing, with one more angle we have got it here, that is angle ACB. This one, angle ACB, it is equal to DFE. Now that is also equal. Now these angle which is been though there is a common side which is included by these two angles, that is AC. Here it is AC side and here it is DF side. Now that the side which is between these two angles is also equal. So here in this case, if this condition happens, what if there is a equal side between the two equal angles, that the rule it is called as ASA congruence rule. That from that rule you can say that triangles are congruent if two angles and one side they are, and the side included by those angles if they are equal, so then you call it as a ASA rule. Here if you can see that A angle side it is in between and angle again it is at the corner. So ASA rule you are going to say for what you call get over there. By ASA rule you can say that triangles are congruent. Okay, this is all about ASA congruence rule. Okay, next it is AAS rule. Now it is most important to observe there. In ASA also we were having two angles and one side. In AAS also we are having two angles, one side. So two triangles are congruent if two pair of angles and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. Now let us see what is the difference between ASA and AAS rule. Okay, now ASA we have seen that there was a two angles and the angle or the side included by these two angles was equal. Now let us see what is difference here. Now you can see that in AAS rule we have got two angles equal. Okay, now let us see that angle A is equal to angle P over there. Now BAC it is equal to QPR, and one more the angle they have given it as angle B it is equal to, now corresponding for angle for B it is angle Q here. So angle PQR or RQP it is equal to angle CBA. Now this side, the side included by these two angles is not equal over there. Now they have given that BC is equal to QR. Now this side it is equal to QR. Now this side it is equal to here. Now I will just change this. This side it is equal. Now BC it is equal to QR over here. Now you can just observe that AAS rule. Here where this side is not equal to this side, that means that the side included by this two angles it is not equal over there, but apart from this side there is one more side which is equal over there. If this condition persists, then you are going to use AAS congruence rule. So two angles after the one angle it is, now which is the angle which is or you can say the side which is not included by these two angles, such side you call it in such conditions you are going to use AAS rule. Okay, in ASA rule where this side was equal but here it is not equal. Okay, so such conditions you are going to use AAS congruence rule. Okay, now next is SSS rule. Now itself, the name itself suggests that all the sides, if all these sides of one side of what you call one triangle are equal to the all the sides of other triangle, then their triangles are congruent. This is what the definition also says. What if 3 sides of one triangle are equal to the 3 sides of other triangle, then the 2 triangles are congruent. Let us go for the diagram over there. So in SSS rule, if all the sides are equal, so suppose now AC is equal to PR over there, AB it is equal to PQ over there, and BC is also equal to QR over there, means all the sides are corresponding sides are equal. So by SSS rule you are going to say that triangles are congruent. This is the simplest congruence rule over there. If all the 3 sides of a triangle are equal to the one triangle are equal to the all the 3 sides of other triangle, directly you are going to write by SSS congruence rule, triangles are congruent. Okay, so let us go for the one more rule, that is RHS rule. Okay, then what does it RHS rule stands for? RHS stands for right angled hypotenuse side over there. Okay, remember this one. RHS stands for right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. So if in two right angle triangles, if hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle, then the 2 triangles are congruent. So here we are just seeing only 2 things here. One thing we are going to see hypotenuse, and one we are going to see one side. If they are equal, directly we are going to say that by RHS rule the triangles are congruent. Now you can just say, observe the triangles over there. There are 2 right angle triangles, ABC and DEF. Here in ABC, AC is the hypotenuse, and in DEF is the hypotenuse. Okay, now this AC it is equal to DF over there, and BC it is equal to EF. In this we can observe that this one hypotenuse and one side of a 2 right angle triangle, they are equal. Directly what you are going to do, by RHS rule you are going to write triangles are congruent, because we know that these 2 triangles are right angle, means one angle it will be always 90 degree only. By RHS rule you are going to write, by RHS rule triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle DF. Now we can see this symbol stands for congruence. Okay, you have to remember this one. Okay, now this is all about congruence of triangles. Now let us go for the properties of triangle. So what does this property, first property say? A triangle in which 2 sides are equal in length, that is called as isosceles triangle. We have learnt it. So in this triangle, ABC is isosceles triangle where AB it is equal to BC. Now in this such kind of triangles, we can see that opposite angles of these equal sides, means the angle opposite to the equal side AC is angle B, and for angle side AB it is angle C. Now we can see that these 2 angles are equal. So how we can say that? Now I'll just prove it for you people. Now just observe over there. First thing, we have got AB equal to AC over there. Okay, first thing we have got AB equal to AC. Now you can just observe, I'll give this point as D here. Okay, AD it is equal to AD, because in the triangle, both the triangles AD is common over there, right? You can just observe ABD and ACD triangles in which AB is equal to AC and AD is the common side. Now one more thing we are going to see that, so this we are going to take it as altitude, which is at 90 degree. If one angle is also 90 degree, this will also be 90 degree. So we can say that these 2 triangles are congruent. If these 2 triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts are equal. Therefore angle B it is equal to angle C by CP CT. Okay, this is all about the property of isosceles triangle. Means in an isosceles triangle their opposite angles are always equal. You have to remember this one. Okay, so this is all about property of isosceles triangle property. Okay, now reverse of the reverse case, if in a triangle if 2 angles are equal, then their opposite sides are also equal. The same criteria we are going to use it here. So in triangle ABC ABD, and we'll give this at point as D. Okay, So in ABD, so we are going to show that angle B is equal to angle C, and same case AD is common over here, and these two triangles will be 90 degrees, so therefore the triangles will be congruent, therefore AB it is equal to AC we are going to prove. Okay, so if at the end we can say that if two angles of a triangle are equal, then their opposite sides are also equal, we are going to say this one. Okay, in short. Okay, so next it is the summary of what we have studied till now. Two figures are congruent if they have all this if this same shape and size, means all the sides and all the angles if they are equal. Then we have studied about SAS rule. You can see the definitions over on the screen over there. By ASA rule also we have seen, AAS rule also we have seen. If you want, you can take a screenshot or you can write it later. Okay, you will get the notes over there. Okay, so we have also seen SAS rule, SS rule, SSS rule, RHS rule. Then we have seen that angle opposite to the equal side of a triangle are equal, and side opposite to the equal angles of a triangle are also equal, and in equilateral triangle we have seen that all the angles are equal to 60 degree. This we are going to prove in the next video. Okay, now this is all about first video. We'll end this video here. In the next video we are going to solve the exercise problems. Thank you, students.